past few years, I have sold over $4 million in print-on-demand products. And while obviously there's a lot of moving parts to building a successful online store, there's one thing that if you are missing, no matter what you do, you are not going to have success. And that is creating designs that resonate with people on a deeper level. I'm not talking about having the best designs. In fact, majority of my best-selling designs are just text-based. What you absolutely need in a design is for someone to look at it and think, that is so me. So in today's video, I'm gonna show you the exact process I use to creating emotionally relatable designs that actually sell. Then I'm gonna show you how to turn these text concepts into a bunch of different variations of designs so that you can appeal to different markets and find your best sellers without starting from scratch with every design. So let's get into it. And step one is how to create an emotional connection with a phrase that goes on a shirt or sweatshirt or just print-on-demand product. So when we're trying to think of a brand new design to create, I don't start with the design in mind. I am thinking about the text and the emotional relatability behind that text before I do any of the other thinking. I start with the end person in mind. Who is this person? What do they love to do? What do they find funny? What other traits do they usually relate to on top of just the original niche that we're trying to target? What is that person obsessed with? What do they complain about? What do they love to talk about? For example, say someone loves reality TV. Probably the biggest way they relate to reality TV on top of watching it is talking about it. They want to talk about all the drama. They're going to go to Reddit threads and they're going to read about the drama. I used to join live Twitter feeds, or I think they're called Twitter feeds. I'm not sure, but just to talk with other people about what was going on in reality TV, especially if I didn't have other friends that were watching that same show. Typically people who watch reality TV, not everyone, but they are pretty hip with the lingo. So an idea or text idea that might go really well with this is will yap about reality TV. Perhaps reality TV is my Olympics. Someone who might love to read. If we want to get really, really deep into exactly who they are and what they love, instead of just targeting book lovers, maybe target people who read on Kindles and perhaps they enjoy some smutty books. So a phrase I have sold and that I love as well is, when I die, bury my Kindle. Perhaps someone loves to hike, but just having a shirt that says, love to hike, hiker girl, might not quite resonate with the type of person you're trying to reach. So maybe put something like, no bad trails, just bad knees. For campers, something like, camping is cheaper than therapy. Again, we're aiming for an emotional connection, something that someone actually relates to. And usually if you're in this niche, it's a bit easier to come up with these because it's humor that you're going to relate to. And I typically find when I'm trying to create these, humor is the best way for me to go. And usually how I make most of my sales, just trying to relate on this funny kind of sub niche of a niche that some people connect with. Not every single person in that niche, like hiking, is going to have bad knees and wants that shirt, but the ones that do are going to be so much more likely to buy that than just a regular hiking shirt. So maybe you're not that witty. Sometimes it's hard to come up with these. Well, there's a few strategies that I use to help me come up with some sayings. The first strategy, if you can't come up with these on your own, because yes, it is hard sometimes, but the first way or first route that I go is using AI to help me. So for example, here in ChatGPT, I wrote, help me create 30 funny, emotionally relatable text ideas for a t-shirt related to camping. And then I like to give it examples so it knows what type of vibe I'm trying to go for. So examples like, we'll yap about books, no bad trails, just bad knees. I hike just to brag about it later. Reality TV is my Olympics. You can provide as many as you want and ask for as many different text ideas as you want. And not all of them are going to be good. I find some of them are a little bit too cheesy, but once in a while, you're going to find a diamond in the rough. And sometimes if they don't quite hit the mark, use a secondary prompt. These ones I found a little bit long for being a shirt text. I think if I put these on a shirt, it's gonna be hard to read. It's gonna be hard to get the idea across. So I just wrote a secondary prompt here. It says, make them shorter. We'll yap about camping. Mentally at the campsite. Born to camp. Camp now, adult later. Probably camping. Always need more gear. Camp hair. Actually, like, don't care. Better than that. Camp hair, don't care, I think could do really well. We have bad knees, good views. Currently avoiding people is one that I think could do really well for this niche and other similar niches outside. But I think a lot of these could be very emotionally relatable, and the funnier they are, the better. The next one involves more searching, but it is my all-time favorite way to create these funny sayings because you're actually getting jokes from people that are already inside that niche. And especially if you're not in that niche already, you might not know exactly what their sense of humor is. So what I do is I go to Pinterest.com and I type in things like niche sayings. So for example, camping sayings, camping humor, camping puns, and I just start going through the photos until I find one that is maybe funny. And then from there, if you usually just click in, you're going to get a bunch of other examples once this loads. So you'll find very similar images, or sometimes you'll find just pure text ones right here that are going to spark a lot of ideas. So after clicking in and changing some of my search results, you're going to find some that you really like, and you're just going to write them down and save them for later. We're not saving the design. We're using this for text ideas only. So something like, I Googled my symptoms. Turns out I just need to go camping. I'm not lost. I'm exploring. One that I thought is so funny is this one right here. Sorry for what I said while we were backing up the camper. Maybe you could change this to sorry for what I said when I was putting up the tent. Something like, I'm just here for the hookups for people who trailer camp. There are tons of different ideas in here. Not all of them are going to be good. Sometimes, again, you are looking for the diamond in the rough ideas. Have a notepad, have a Google Doc, something where you write down your favorite ones. But I find Pinterest is where I can really come up with some different ones that are very related to a niche, versus sometimes the AI just gives you some very basic ones and they don't always get you these ones that are going to become bestsellers. Again, you can find them, but my favorite way and the best way I've come up with some of these is just by going through Pinterest photos. And then finally, the last way that you could possibly come up with these, and I've come up with a few different ideas by doing this, is just when you are doing research on Etsy, especially in other niches, which I love to do. I love to do research that's not in my niche so that I can find trends, design styles, things that haven't really reached my niche yet. But sometimes you can find these interchangeable sayings like the we'll yap about cats, we'll yap about coffee, we'll yap about reality TV. That one is a funny saying that can be applied to tons of different niches out there. So you might get a lot of good ideas by just scrolling through what's doing well on Etsy in other niches. Ideally, niches that can have the same type of sense of humor. If maybe you're going for more of a senior themed shirt, you might not relate to reality TV types of sayings. So just keep that in mind when you're creating them. Now, when you come up with this saying, especially your favorite one, you're gonna pick out your favorite 2 or 3. And that doesn't mean we're making 2 or 3 designs. We are making a bunch of different designs with this saying because we don't know which one is going to really result in these bestsellers. So when I get this great idea for a text, and I think this is the one that's going to sell, people are gonna relate to this, I don't just create one design in one style. I create some that I've seen do well over the last few years. I recreate my best-selling designs with this new saying. And then I look at current trends doing really well on Etsy as well and try to create it in a trend style. And back in the day, before Kindle.com, before using AI to help with creative, this took a lot more time. This would take me a week to do. Nowadays, it is so much faster because we have what's called AI art boards right within Kindle.com, which you can get in my description below at 25% off all plans. So usually I'm a lot less organized than this here, but this is what I should be doing, is creating a master document of all current trends that I have and some of my best sellers so that you can make a bunch of variations of these designs in the click of a button. Not every single design is going to match up with the saying you just created, so you don't have to do it for every single one, but some of them might. So for this one here, for example, so an example or old version that I had is grilling is my love language. So what I've done here is hit AI image board. And then I've gone and switched the AI model at the bottom here to ChatGPT Image 2. I find this best for creating new designs that aren't as literal as just changing this. So in the text box here, I now wrote in this style, so that it can change it up a bit, create a camping version that says, I'm not lost, I'm exploring. I'm gonna copy that prompt as well. Then once you send that, it's going to take a few seconds to about a minute to create that. But at the same time, while that's loading, you can keep going through all of your other samples here and creating different versions. Like this one here. Maybe I like this design and I wanna see how this does in this camping version. This is actually a trend that was doing really well. I think it's kind of slowing down right now, but it was doing really well a few months ago, and I have sold many designs in this style. So I'm gonna go to AI image board and I'm just going to paste the prompt again, make sure it's the ChatGPT Image 2, and we're going to send it. And I can just keep going through all the ones that I want to do this to. So now we have this version here created within a minute, and at the same time that this one was creating, I've created this version here. I've created this version here. I'm not lost, I'm exploring. We created this more retro-y kind of looking vintage style that's doing really well right now. I created a goose version that's doing really well on Etsy right now. And I also have some bestsellers in this type of style. And then one that I always like to do with funny sayings is just creating very simple text-based ones across the top of a shirt. You would be surprised how well these do on both shirts and sweatshirts. Once you are happy with these, what I do is I go on to Kindle, and for the AI created ones, you're just going to hit the drop down button. You're going to hit convert to image. We're going to remove the background here because we want this as a PNG file. And then I'm just going to create an artboard here. I'm just going to make sure it's the right size that I'm looking for. So for a shirt, usually I want a 4200 by 4800 style design because that's how big our design style or design area is within Printify to ensure that we're getting a high quality print. And now depending on your design, this one, because it's all one color and very block style design, the one way that I can increase the quality of this, you can see here, it's a little bit blurry just because this was created as a raster image and not a vector. So the first option that I can use for this style of design here to make this high quality is either use vectorize, and I'm going to change this into a one color vector. And because this was vectorized, now I'm able to change the color of the design. So if I want a dark version and a light version. And if you scroll in, you can also notice that all the lines are much sharper because they've turned into lines instead of just individual pixels here. But not all of my designs are going to be able to do this, or sometimes the vectorizer just doesn't work well depending on how complicated your design is. So another option, so if I have this one, for example, let's convert this one to image. We're going to use the same remove background. This one, we don't need to create two different versions because I don't really have a different variation for this. For a black shirt and a white shirt, I would probably just keep this one to lighter color designs only and not really put this on a black shirt or maybe not an orange shirt. And what you can do is instead of vectorizing, we're going to click on our image here and we are just going to upscale this. And another thing I like to do after upscaling, just to make sure that this design still looks good, is just by clicking on the artboard name and changing the color and seeing what this looks like on other colors, because sometimes this can help you spot some weird things in the design. And usually if it looks good when changing colors, I'm okay with using this file here. And the artboard side is large enough, so what is going to print is what this looks like. One thing that you can do as well is start your beginning images here at the larger size, which I didn't do, but either way, just make sure your output image is this size here, depending on your product. But most likely if you're doing apparel, it's going to be the 4200 by 4800. And then what you're going to do is click on the artboard name and you're going to export this as a PNG file with removable background. You're going to do this with all the images. And again, this takes minutes to do all of these to create. You could create 10, 20 new designs, all with a popular saying using Kindle, which back in the day would take forever. And then the other thing that I do to make sure that I'm getting the most bang or the best chance of this becoming a bestseller is actually listing this on at least 2 products. Sweatshirts are actually one of my best-selling products, but in the last year, I've been selling a lot more t-shirts. I would say I am about 50-50 this year on bestsellers when it comes to sweatshirts and t-shirts. And so if I was only listing my designs on one of these, then the chances are that it probably would get 50% less sales for that design. And yes, this is going to take extra time to set up. You're gonna have to set up your listings. You're going to have to list it on printify.com. But for, again, the output that you get for the amount of effort, this is so worth it. And this can depend also on what your niche is. Maybe in your niche, people don't love sweaters, but in the camping niche, I could see both t-shirts and sweatshirts selling. In the teaching niche, I can see both t-shirts and sweatshirts selling. In the reading niche, I can sell t-shirts and sweatshirts, and it's hard to tell which one is really going to be the best seller. And also what I do is when I get a bestseller, so perhaps if my bestseller is in the reading niche, some other products that might make sense to put a design on. Again, not every design is going to work on every product, so you have to kind of think about which ones are still going to appeal on certain different products. But usually mugs are pretty interchangeable with designs. So if I get a bestseller on a t-shirt or sweatshirt, then I'll spend the extra time to also put it on a mug. Or maybe I'll also put it on a tote bag. If I get a bestseller, say in the camping niche, perhaps I would put it on a camping mug instead. If I have a best-selling baking design, perhaps that same niche would also really like it on an apron. I don't typically worry about these other products as a main point that I'm going to list my designs on because they are less popular than the t-shirts and sweatshirts. I've just always had better luck selling t-shirts and sweatshirts, and that doesn't mean you need to sell them. You can sell just mugs, you can sell just tote bags, you could start with just aprons as well, but offering too many products to start is going to take up a lot of your time. So I just worry about the t-shirts and sweatshirts and only worry about expanding on product when I have data proving that people already like a design. And Printify has thousands of different products. So again, depending on what your niche is, you can really find some of these products that are a natural addition to the design you're selling. And it can also help you increase your AOV, which is your average order value, because you have multiple products with a best-selling design that one person is going to like. Maybe they don't want to buy 3 sweatshirts, but maybe they'll buy a candle, a mug, and a sweatshirt. So creating a best-selling design doesn't always mean that you created the best design. It doesn't mean that you also created the world's funniest relatable saying, because sometimes maybe that saying just doesn't do well on that design style. So create a funny, relatable text and then apply it to, again, your bestsellers, current trends, things that just always seem to do well on t-shirts or sweatshirts or the product that you plan it to sell on, so that you can increase your chances of finding that bestseller while still doing the least amount of work as possible, so you're not recreating sayings every single time and creating 10 designs by hand every single time. This is the shortcut to doing that. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you have any funny sayings that you really love, drop them in the comments and maybe you guys can help inspire each other in your niches. And if this video helped you at all, if you could drop a like and subscribe, that would help me so much. Thank you guys, and I will see you next week.